Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baseball Town. Game 2 of a six-game series between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs. Fightin's got their home schedule off in a great way last night. Great crowd. In fact, 8,520, or actually 8,530 fans. The attendance for last night's game, and that turns out to be an all-time stadium record for a weeknight home game. So thanks for turning out to Baseball Town last night. And now, after the drama of last night, turned into a win as well. So a great crowd, saw a great baseball game, and ultimately a great result as well for the Reading Fightin Phils. They're now 2-2 overall on the season. They will take on the Portland Sea Dogs tonight, who are at 0-2. The pitching matchup is right-hander Isaac Coffey going for the Sea Dogs. Had 11 starts last year in Portland. And also had 11 starts last year at High A Greenville. In Portland was 7-4 with a 3.92 earned run average. He'll be facing left-handed pitcher Lachlan Wells, making his first organized baseball start since 2019. Native of Australia, pitched in Australia for the last couple of seasons and back in organized baseball, and he will get the start tonight. That's the matchup. It's the Sea Dogs and the Fightin Phils. We'll have it for you when we come back to Baseball Town after this.
The Promax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks and a festive atmosphere. Regular season tickets are $37 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin Phils game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phils great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get a wide variety of Briganti Wines wherever it is sold at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Welcome back to Baseball Town. Bob McCool with you tonight for the Reading Fightin Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs as we are about to get underway. Another nice night here in Baseball Town. A little bit cloudy, but all in all, a pretty nice night for baseball. There were some showers in the forecast. They have held off, and let's hope they will continue to do so as we get our game underway. Today's game time temperature is a beautiful 70 degrees, and it is presented to you by All Temp Enterprises. Roman Anthony will lead it off for the Portland Sea Dogs, and again, it is Lachlan Wells who makes the start for the Fightins. First pitch swinging, Roman Anthony dribbles one foul into down the first baseline. Again, Lachlan Wells, 27 years old, left-handed pitcher, originally from Newcastle, Australia. Was signed by the Minnesota Twins in 2014 as a free agent, and eventually acquired by the Phillies as a minor league free agent in January of 2024, and he comes back with another pitch, 0-2. Manager Al Padrique refers to him as a crafty left-hander, says he's a lot of fun to watch pitch, so we'll find out if that's the case, and we'll see if he can limit the bats of a very good Portland team, including Roman Anthony, who is the number 2 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization. And he takes one up high. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anthony, good night last night, 2 for 5 with a couple of doubles and an RBI, and is 4 for 9 so far on the season. Just 19 years of age, will turn 20 next month. 1-2 pitch, lefty on lefty. And this one's lined into center field. Carlos De La Cruz took a step in, takes a couple steps back, and he will run it down for out number 1 here in the first inning. The defense behind Lachlan Wells. Marcus Lee Sang is in left field. Carlos De La Cruz, who just made that catch, of course, is in center field. Those two flip-flop positions from last night. Gabriel Rincon is back in right field for the Fightins. Bryce Ball gets to start at first base. Jose Rodriguez is again at second. Robert Moore again is at short. And Kendall Simmons is again at third base. William Simonite is behind the plate as this one's lined into center field. This one, De La Cruz closes quickly on, and he'll catch that one as well. Marcelo Meyer, 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's 2 outs here now in the inning. Both on fly balls to Carlos De La Cruz, and it'll bring up Nick York. So some of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization are on this Portland team, including Anthony, the number 2 prospect, and Marcelo Meyer, who just made the last out, is the number 1 prospect in the organization. York, too, one of the top prospects. He takes the first pitch from Lachlan Wells up a bit high. York is the number 7 prospect, played in the Major League Baseball Futures All-Star game last year. Went 1 for 3 with a double. This one, big swing, no contact as he comes up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Nick York. Wells likes to work up and down in the strike zone as he goes up high in this one. And York is able to stay off. It's 2 balls and a strike. Throws his changeup to righties. Fastball and changeup is in his arsenal. And as he faces a right-handed hitter here, comes with a fastball that just misses a bit outside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Again, last time Lachlan Wells pitched in organized baseball in the States, it was back in 2019, pitching in Class A ball for Fort Myers. Made 8 starts in that season as he gets a swing and a miss here. There's that changeup that York thinking he's going to get a fastball. And the right-handed hitter from the left-handed pitcher gets the changeup instead, and York swings and misses at it. So the count is now full. Swing and miss, he gets him again, back-to-back on that changeup, and York goes down swinging and slams his bat to the ground as Lachlan Wells gets the Sea Dogs to go 1-2-3 in the first. We'll take a timeout in the Reading Fightin' Phillies Radio Network. When we come back, the Fightins to the plate for the first time tonight.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Welcome back as we get set to start the bottom half of the first inning. It's time for us to take a look at the Reading Fightin' Phillies starting lineup presented to you by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Jose Rodriguez back in the leadoff spot tonight. Marcus Lee Sang right back in the 2-hole. Gabriel Rincones bats third. Carlos De La Cruz bats fourth. That's the same way Al Padrique started last night's game. Here's the first change. Carson Taylor, who had the big game last night for the Fightins, bats in the 5-hole. William Simonite getting the start as the catcher tonight, bats in the 6th spot. Kendall Simmons bats 7th. Bryce Ball bats 8th. And Robert Moore bats in the 9th spot. Facing a right-handed pitcher, Isaac Coffey for the Sea Dogs, who comes with a sidearm pitch. Big swing from Jose Rodriguez and comes up empty. Rodriguez with a couple of walks last night and a solo home run. His first hit as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies organization, just recently signed after the Chicago White Sox designated him for assignment. Another big contact at the high fastball, and he swings it and fouls it straight back. Rodriguez signed April 4th, or was designated for assignment by the White Sox on April 4th. Phils signed him shortly thereafter. 0-2 pitch to him. Big swing, no contact, and Rodriguez a strikeout victim for the first out here in the first, and that will bring up Marcus Lee Sang. He too had a couple hits last night, including a bunt base hit. Also drove in a run as well. Isaac Coffey, 23 years of age, originally from Goleta, California, was signed by the Red Sox, or drafted, by the Red Sox in 2022. 10th round draft pick out of Oral Roberts University. Right-hand pitcher comes to the sidearm, and another bunt down the third baseline by Marcus Lee Sang, but it just trickles foul. And that's a break for the Sea Dogs, as Marcus Lee Sang had that beat out perfectly, but just got it to trickle a little bit to the left, and it gets on the edge and then rolls foul. And so Marcus Lee Sang will have to come back to the plate and try it again. The defense behind Isaac Coffey, Tyler McDonough is in left field tonight. Roman Anthony back in center field, and Philip Sykes back in right. Blaze Jordan at first base tonight. Nick York is at second. Marcelo Meyer is at short. Max Ferguson, who was at second last night, is now at third base tonight. Mickey Gasper is behind the plate, veteran catcher. With no balls and 1 strike count to Marcus Lee Sang. Holds off on that one. The pitch is up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Robert Ginther calling the balls and strikes tonight. Brian Peterson is at first base. Joe Belangia is the third base umpire in our Eastern League umpiring crew. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marcus Lee Sang. And this one fouled out of play on the third base line. And 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Marcus Lee Sang. Isaac Coffey began last season in Greenville, made 11 starts in Greenville, then got called up to Portland and made 11 more starts for the Sea Dogs. Again with a sidearm delivery, comes a little bit outside. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not going to overpower anybody. Fastball just at the high 80s, low 90s. A slider and a changeup to mix in with those. 2-2 pitch. Comes inside. It's now 3 ball. Oh, it catches the inside corner, and that's a called strike 3. And Marcus Lee Sang is a strikeout victim. Back-to-back strikeout victims for Isaac Coffey to start this second inning. And that'll bring up Gabriel Rincones. Rincones was 0 for 1 last night. It was a strikeout in his final at bat, but prior to that, he walked 3 times. So he's shown good patience, and he's shown pop in his time with the Phils. Had a couple of home runs in the road trip at Bowie over the weekend. Phils went 1 and 2 against the Bay Sox. And last night, 0 for 1, as I said, with the 3 walks. So he's 2 for 12 with 2 home runs and 6 walks so far on the season. As he takes this one up high, it's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Rincones, left-handed hitter. Takes that one at the letters. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rincones, the number 10 prospect in the Philadelphia Phillies organization, takes one just a bit inside. It's 2-2. Preston Mattingly, the director of player development for the Philadelphia Phillies organization, is in attendance tonight, sitting behind home plate. 2-2 now to Gabriel Rincones Jr., way outside. Easy take for him. It's 3-2. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle if Rincones can reach. Infield plays the left-hander to pull. Outfield pretty much straight away, maybe cheating a step or two to the step away to hit away on the 3-2 pitch. Ripped into right field, but speared by the second baseman Nick York. Timed his leap perfectly and takes a base hit away from Gabriel Rincones, and that'll do it for the Phils as they go 1, 2, 3 in their half of the first. After one complete in Baseball Town, the score, the Portland Sea Dogs, nothing. The Reading Fightin' Phils, nothing.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
Top half of the second inning, and a scoreless tie between the Phils and the Sea Dogs, and it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Portland here in the second. Blaze Jordan, Mickey Gasper, and Phillips Sykes to bat. It's 27-year-old left-hander Lachlan Wells. Jordan 0 for 5 last night and still looking for his first hit of the season. This is only the third game for Portland. They had their first 2 games canceled because of weather, and that weather included the word snow in Portland. Here's a broken bat looper into left field, but it's going to hang up for Marcus Lee Sang, and that's out number 1 on 1 pitch to start the second inning. So an effective use of pitches so far for Lachlan Wells, and he's got 4 outs to show for it so far. And it cost Blaze Jordan a bat in the process, shattered that thing in half. A couple of pieces of it scattered around the infield. And he is retired now for Mickey Gasper. Gasper, the veteran catcher, 28 years of age, played last year in the Yankees organization. And takes the first pitch from Lachlan Wells up high, or at the letters, for a strike 1. And a foul tip out in front of that one. Got it at the end of his bat. Gasper played 52 games in Double-A at Somerset last year, and then 22 more games with Triple-A Scranton. And obviously had much more success at Somerset. Hit .269 for the Patriots. Hit just .191 in his limited time in Scranton. One-time 27th round draft pick of the Yankees back in 2018. This one fisted foul and straight back and off the facing of the press box. And no balls and 2 strikes to Mickey Gasper. Gasper signed, no doubt, to be a backup catcher behind a talented prospect Kyle Teal, who got the start last night for Portland. We'll see the majority of the starts for the Sea Dogs. As Gasper takes that one just a bit inside, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one hit hard on a couple of hops. Robert Moore, the shortstop, backhands it. Long throw is in plenty of time to Bryce Ball for out number 2. Good play by the shortstop, Robert Moore. On the backhander to his right. 2 down now in the second, and it'll bring up Phillips Sykes. Sykes had a base hit in 5 trips to the plate last night. His lone hit of the season, 1 for 8 in total. First pitch to him. And that's just a bit inside for a ball. And misses again inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Phils and the Sea Dogs, game 2 of a 6-game homestand here in Reading. carry through until Sunday. This one hit down the third baseline, diving, knocked down by Kendall Simmons, and that's all he'll be able to do. May have been able to take an extra base hit away from Philip Sykes, who gets the game's first hit. While the ball hit down the third base line, Simmons in full extension at third base, got a glove on it, but all he could do was knock it into foul territory and had no play at first base. And so, a man on first base and 2 down for Matthew Lugo. Lugo, the designated hitter tonight for the Sea Dogs, getting his first playing time so far for Portland. And the first pitch to him is up high for a ball. Wells takes a step off the mound. Sykes takes his lead off at first. And takes off on the pitch. High pitch, throw down is in time as Rodriguez makes the tag in plenty of time. And Philip Sykes is caught stealing for the third and final out in the inning. So for the Sea Dogs in the second, no runs, 1 hit. And in the end, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second when we come back after this on the Ready Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Sea Dogs and Phils are scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Carlos De La Cruz will lead it off for the Phils as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. This bottom half of the second brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. As De La Cruz settles in, swings at the first pitch and fists it towards second. Short hop by Nick York, and he'll take care of business. 1 pitch and 1 out, and Carlos De La Cruz is retired. De La Cruz now 0 for 5 in the series. And I'll bring up Carson Taylor, who was one of the heroes of last night's game. 2 for 4, couple of home runs, and 4 RBIs, including the 3-run home run off the porch of the Redner's Event Center in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It turned out to be the game winner in the 9-8 win for the Phils a night ago. And the left-hand hitter settles in, and the first pitch to him is up high for a ball. So it's been a good start to the season for Carson Taylor. 4 for 12, 3 of those 4 hits are home runs and 7 total RBIs. This one lifted straight up into shallow center field. Shortstop Meyer is going to give away to the left fielder closing fast as Tyler McDonough runs right in front of the center fielder Roman Anthony and takes care of business for the second out. So good communication between 3 players converging on the same spot, and it's ultimately the left fielder McDonough who makes the catch. And that'll bring up William Simonite. Simonite 0 for 3 so far on the series. Veteran player, signed as a guy who can play a couple of positions, including be a catcher, which is where he's playing tonight, 27 years of age. Originally signed or drafted, went undrafted out of Wake Forest, was signed by the Oakland A's and a 2023 minor league free agent. Last year played in Midland, Texas for the AA affiliate of the A's. Hit .237 with 7 home runs. No balls and 2 strikes quickly to the right-handed hitter. Takes this one up high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Phils go quickly here in the second. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 6 up and 6 down so far for the Fightins through 2. It's Portland nothing, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg. Welcome back as we head to the top half of the third inning. Lachlan Wells back to work for the Fightin' Phils, facing Matthew Lugo, leading things off for the Sea Dogs. Lugo was at the plate in the top half of the second inning when Philip Sykes was caught stealing, so he leads off here in the second. I'll try that again. Into third, it's quickly 1 ball and 1 strike to Matthew Lugo. Yeah, Lugo making his first at-bat of the season. 1-1 pitch from the left-hander is popped straight up down the first base line. Bryce Ball will give it chase, but it will run out of room and head to the first base grandstands, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Matthew Lugo. It's been a highly efficient and effective first couple innings for Lachlan Wells. 25 pitches thrown so far in a crisply moving game so far after last night's game, which was slow moving through the first 3 innings because of run production. It was 5-5 after 3 innings last night. Here we are in the third inning, and only 1 hit so far on the board. And that was the hit by Philip Sykes, and then got caught stealing. So it's 2-2 now to Matthew Lugo. And this pitch misses inside, and the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one lifted again, foul. Ball won't even bother to chase this one as again it's headed towards the first base grandstand. And another souvenir for a fan here in Baseball Town. 6:45 tomorrow night as well. And same for Friday. And then 5:15 Saturday start and a 3:15 Sunday start to finish up this 6-game stand. This one ripped into left field. Marcus Lee Sang will head back to the warning track, look up, and that is out of here. Into and off the facing of the side of the Redners Event Center, a long home run for Matthew Lugo. Again, his first at-bat of the season, and he drives it out of here into what will eventually be the bullpens here at FirstEnergy Stadium. But right now, it's kind of where the construction vehicles are parked, and that's what Matthew Lugo did to that one. He destructed that one, and a long home run gives the Sea Dogs the lead. 1-0 Portland on top on Matthew Lugo's long home run. It'll bring Max Ferguson to the plate. First pitch to him, he swings at it, hits it on a couple of hops to Bryce Ball. The first baseman will take care of it himself, and that will do it for Bryce Ball here, or excuse me, for Max Ferguson. At the first out here in the third. And the number 9 hole hitter, Tyler McDonough, now will bat. So a run in on the home run for Lugo. First home run in the series hit by the Sea Dogs. And that pitch from Lachlan Wells is over for a called strike. Wells throwing all his pitches from the stretch. A 1 pitch. Just misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, and gets McDonough way out in front of it. Good mix of his pitches there for Lachlan Wells, and now he's won a 1 ball and 2 strike advantage. Just misses again on the outside corner. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Roman Anthony waits in the on-deck circle for the Sea Dogs. 2-2 pitch. Up, misses up and away. It's 3-2. The 35th pitch thrown by Lachlan Wells so far in this one. And misses inside, ball 4. So a mistake there in a big way for Lachlan Wells. Not only giving up his first walk, but he walks the 9-hole hitter after he got ahead of him 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now the top of the order and the dangerous Roman Anthony to the plate for the Sea Dogs. McDonough will take his lead off at first. 1 down, run in already for Portland. And the left-hand hitter Roman Anthony at the plate high, and it's 1-0 as Simon Knight takes a look down, bluffed as if he's going to throw to get McDonough back to the bag. Anthony fly out to center field his first time up on a nice running catch by Carlos De La Cruz. This one is up and in, and all of a sudden Lachlan Wells has kind of lost his spot a little bit. After getting ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes to McDonough, he loses him, puts him on base, and now he's 2-0 to Roman Anthony. And make it 3-0. So Roman Anthony takes a peek down to his manager, Chad Epperson. No indication as if he gave him anything other than swing away if you like it. 3 balls and no strikes. He tried to check and it hit his bat. Looked like it may have hit the bat handle or the knob of the bat, but it got a piece of it, so it's a foul ball. It was pretty close to being a strike anyhow as Anthony tried to check his swing, but now it's 3 balls and a strike. See if that helps Lachlan Wells get his groove back a little bit. As the runner takes off, it doesn't matter. It's up and in again, ball 4. So clearly Lachlan Wells has kind of lost his angle here a little bit, and he's missing up and in, and that's going to result in a visit to the mound by Phil Kandari, the Fightin' Phil's pitching coach. He no doubt seeing same thing I'm realizing, that all of a sudden Lachlan Wells seems to have lost his release point in some way because he's missing everything pretty much in the same spot. Up and into left-hand hitters and up and away to the right-hand hitting Tyler McDonough. So now he's got himself in a jam with a run already across. You wonder if the home run by Lugo maybe shook him up a little bit, and that's when all of a sudden the location becomes a problem. But since then, he gets a ground out to first and then walks the 9-hole hitter McDonough, walks the leadoff hitter in Roman Anthony, and now the number 1 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization, Marcelo Meyer, will bat with 2 on and 1 out. So the conversation with Phil Kandari is over, William Simonite, the catcher, will head back behind the plate, and they will face 21-year-old left-handed hitter Marcelo Meyer. As I mentioned briefly before, the number 1 prospect in the Red Sox organization, taken in the first round, the number 4 overall pick out of East Lake High School in California in the 2021 draft. And he takes that one for a called strike. Marcelo Meyer, like Nick York, played in the Major League Baseball Futures All-Star Game last year. He was 1 for 1. And who was it against? None other than, at the time, Reading Fightin' Phil, now Lehigh Valley Iron Pig Mick Abel was the only hit that Abel surrendered in his appearance. And right back with another pitch. So whatever Phil Kandari talked about with Lachlan Wells, it worked, because he has countered with 2 straight strikes to the left-handed hitting Marcelo Meyer. Tries to get him to chase, and Meyer does not. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield plays the left-handed hitting Meyer pretty much straight away. Outfield cheats him a little bit the other way. 1 and 2. And again, misses outside. Meyer able to take it. Meyer started last season at High A Greenville, played just 35 games there, hit .290 with 7 home runs. And then promoted to Portland on May the 30th. And in 43 games with Portland, struggled. Just hit .189. Struck out 49 times as this one rolled towards second. Rodriguez flips to Moore for 1. The relay is in time. Well done, 4-6-3 on the double play, and that quickly Lachlan Wells is out of any further trouble as the Sea Dogs are retired here in the 3rd inning. For Portland, they do put a run across on the Lugo home run. It was the lone hit in the inning and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's now Portland 1, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Kendall Simmons will lead it off for the Fightin' Phils here in the 3rd, who now trail it 1-0. Simmons a good night last night. He had a couple hits, 2 for 4 in total. It'll be Kendall Simmons to be followed by Bryce Ball and Robert Moore as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. First pitch to the right-hand hitting Kendall Simmons is over for a called strike as Isaac Coffey works here in the 3rd. Still has not yet surrendered a hit nor a base runner to this point. No balls and a strike to Kendall Simmons, who breaks his bat, slow roller back to the box, and Coffey fends off the bat, takes care of the baseball, and tosses it to first. So we've seen a couple of broken bats on both sides tonight as Kendall Simmons is retired. Coffey, the pitcher, to Blaze Jordan, the first baseman, for out number 1. That will bring up Bryce Ball, who will make his FirstEnergy Stadium debut. Ball played in a couple of games over the weekend in Bowie. Did not play in last night's game. But the 25-year-old left-handed hitter steps into the batter's box to face the right-handed pitcher, Isaac Coffey. And big swing, no contact from Ball. Ball, originally a Atlanta Braves organization member, 24th round draft pick of the Braves back in 2019. Sidearm again, delivery from Coffey is up high, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bryce Ball, 6'4", 240-pounder. Gets out in front of that one and slaps it off the facing of the Savage Auto Group dugout suite. Bryce Ball was traded to the Chicago Cubs from the Atlanta Braves in July of 2021 for Jock Peterson, and eventually released by the Cubs and signed by Cleveland. And that's over for a called strike 3. Delayed call there by Robert Ginther. Bryce Ball didn't agree with it, but he is a strikeout victim. That's the 4th strikeout already for Isaac Coffey. It's also 2 down here in the 3rd, and it'll bring up Robert Moore. Moore, good night last night, batting out of the 9 spot, which is where he's batting tonight. And the left-handed hitter, 2 for 3 last night. Also drove in a run and takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Moore actually a switch hitter. Middle infielder, can play both second and short. Playing short the first 2 nights of this series. 1 ball and no strikes to Robert Moore. Tap down the first base line, but foul. Carl Ellison, the first base coach for the Phils, turns that foul ball into a souvenir. And, of course, the manager, Al Padrique, coaching in the 3rd base box for the Fightins. 1 ball and 1 strike to Robert Moore. Way outside, it's ball 2. Moore, a prospect in the Milwaukee Brewers organization until the offseason trade, part of a trade that sent Oliver Dunn to Milwaukee. Robert Moore takes that one outside, and all of a sudden he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. See if he's here to take one. That 9 spot, his job to get on base somehow. Swings at it, hits a slow roll right to Nick York on a couple of hops. He'll take care of business. And again, 1, 2, 3 go the Phils here in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 3 complete in baseball town. Portland 1, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind Classic Harley-Davidson.
We head to the 4th, 1-0 Portland on top. Top half of the 4th inning. Remind you that all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. Top half of the 4th, 1-0 Portland on top. Nick York will lead it off for the Sea Dogs. York, a strikeout victim, his first time up. The lone strikeout so far for left-handed Lachlan Wells. And the first pitch to Nick York misses just a bit low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. York 3 for 6 in this series, 3 for 10 overall. This one driven into left field. Marcus Lee Sang a couple steps back, but now could drift in a couple of steps and make the catch without a problem in left field for out number 1. Lee Sang in left tonight. De La Cruz in center. Was the opposite way last night. As Blaze Jordan now will bat. Jordan with a shallow fly ball his last time up. Shattered his bat in the process. Marcus Lee Sang caught that one. Takes this pitch from Lachlan Wells for called strike one. Big swing, no contact, can't time up the changeup. And Lachlan Wells gets ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Lee Sang plays him deep in left field. Blaze Jordan's got a lot of power potential. This one, another broken bat in the hole. Kendall Simmons, the third baseman, ranges to his left, and he'll make the play in plenty of time. It's been an expensive start to this game for Blaze Jordan. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of broken bats. And Lachlan Wells has 2 quick outs here in the 4th. That'll bring up Mickey Gasper, grounded out to short his first time up. So Wells has settled down after kind of losing some control a little bit after the home run by Lugo. He walked McDonough, he walked Roman Anthony. But the pitching coach, Phil Kandari, came out, talked to him. He threw a couple of strikes and got Marcelo Meyer to roll into a double play to finish the 3rd inning. He's got 2 quick outs here in the 4th, but he falls behind Mickey Gasper, 2 balls and no strikes. Right-handed hitting catcher. Tried to check his swing and hit off the fists and rolls foul, so it's 2 balls and a strike. Gasper mad at himself as he tried to check his swing but couldn't. Takes this one up high. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. This one lifted into shallow left field. Marcus Lee Sang finds it, charges and squeezes it, and that'll do it as the Sea Dogs go 1-2-3 again here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium on the Reading Fightin Phil's radio network. It's Poland 1, Reading nothing.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin team store or artphils.com/shop.
We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning and the top of the order due up for the Fightins here in the 4th inning. My name is Bob McCool. Welcome aboard on the Reading Fightin Phil's radio network. My broadcast partner, Jake Starr, pinch hitting again tonight as the PA announcer here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And our best get well wishes to James, who's been out the first 2 nights of this homestand. Regular PA announcer here at FirstEnergy Stadium. We know he wants to get back behind the microphone quickly. Jake Starr filling in. So I'll fly slow here on the radio call as Jose Rodriguez leads off for the Phils and takes one for a called strike one. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim, his first time up. And takes this one on the outside corner, and he's quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes here. 4 strikeouts so far for Isaac Coffey. He has now walked the batter. Comes with big sidearm delivery here, and Rodriguez with an easy take. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tries to get him to chase this time. Rodriguez, good take there, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A good take because the last pitch that was close, Rodriguez thought it was outside. That one he stays off of it, and it stays outside. It's 2-2, and as he flies this one foul and out of play, Rodriguez stays alive at 2-2. So it's Jose Rodriguez, Marcus Lee Sang, and Gabriel Rincones due up for the Fightins here in the 4th, down 1-0. And another good take as that pitch is outside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So good at bat here for Rodriguez now as he's come back from 0-2 to run the count full. And fouls another one off. Staying alive at the plate. Lined into right field and sinking fast, and there it is, the first base hit of the night for the Phils. Good job by Rodriguez. An excellent at bat by Jose Rodriguez. Worked a couple of pitches, got the count full, and then serves one into right field, and the Fightins have their first hit of the night. And the tying run as well at first base, and now Marcus Lee Sang will bat. Lee Sang also a strikeout victim his first time up. Left-handed hitter. Rodriguez hesitates and then takes off. The throw down to second is wide of the bag on the shortstop side. So Jose Rodriguez with the stolen base. Started, stopped, and then took off again. And Rodriguez picks up the stolen base, and that puts him in scoring position now with Marcus Lee Sang taking one as a called strike for the first pitch. So it's no balls and a strike to the 2-hole hitter. Tries to check his swing there, and they say he did. So it's 2-1 now to Marcus Lee Sang. Excuse me, it's 1-1 to Lee Sang. Infield plays in the pull. The outfield plays the left-hand hitter the other way. Lifts this one into shallow center field. Roman Anthony will get there without a problem. He'll make the catch. Rodriguez is going to tag, and the throw is not in time. Great hustle play by Jose Rodriguez, who just beats the tag. And Rodriguez now moves up to third base, and with 1 out, he's in scoring position. So the speed of Jose Rodriguez turns that routine fly ball from Marcus Lee Sang into an unofficial sacrifice, as you will. So Marcus Lee Sang will not get credit for a sacrifice, but he does do his job. He moves the runner to third base for the 3-hole hitter in Gabriel Rincones. Rincones hit it hard, but a line drive that was plucked out of the air by second baseman Nick York, denying Rincones of getting the hit the last time up. Infield comes up to cut down the tying run. First pitch, Rincones takes it outside for a ball. So the tying run now 90 feet away for Gabriel Rincones, who's got 2 RBIs on the season, both of them solo home runs. His only 2 hits of the season as well. And that one just inside. Gasper tries to frame the pitch, hoping to get the call, but instead it's 2-0 to Rincones. Anything in the grass should get Rodriguez home with the infield up. Takes it up high and away. It's 3-0. Great at bat again by Rincones. This was the patience he showed last night in the home opener. He walked 3 times. Talking with Al Badrique before tonight's game, very impressed by the youngster's patience at the plate, especially in front of a big crowd last night. 3 balls and no strikes to him here. Give him a swing, and he comes up empty. Let him chase one here. Give him a chance to go big on a 3-0 count, but he comes up empty, so it's 3-1. This one fisted, fouled, and straight back off the backstop, and that quickly, Isaac Coffey has got the count back to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. Again, tying run at third base in the presence of Jose Rodriguez. He singled, stole second, then moved up to third base on a fly ball. 1 out. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Coffey with a big strikeout there. His 5th of the ball game, and all of a sudden now there's 2 outs in the inning. And now the infield can back up and play at regular depth with 2 outs in the inning and Carlos De La Cruz at the plate. De La Cruz 0 for 5 so far in the series, and he's left a number of men on base, up with the bases loaded a couple of times last night and came up empty. And the big 6'8" right-handed hitter steps to the plate with a man on third and 2 outs. First pitch to him, catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. Way outside, great play by Gasper. That ball gets to the backstop and Rodriguez scores on it, but Gasper full layout by the catcher to deny that ball from getting to the backstop. And now it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Carlos De La Cruz. Outfield plays De La Cruz pretty much straight away and deep. Fouls it off the fencing, protecting the right field grandstand on a late swing by De La Cruz, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coffey wants time, he wants a new baseball, so they'll reset the pitch clock for him. One-two pitch. Holds off, takes it outside. It's 2-2. Both sides trying to figure out exactly what the outside corner is for Robert Ginther. Lots of pitches on that outside corner, and both sides have wanted it their way on both offense and defense. 2 balls and 2 strikes to De La Cruz. This one fisted down the first baseline. Long run for Blaze Jordan in foul territory. Up against the fence. Did he hold on? He did. Blaze Jordan holds on to the ball going into the screen and makes the catch, and De La Cruz is retired, and the Phils leave the tying run at third base here to finish off the 4th. 4 running in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 4 complete. It remains Portland 1, Reading nothing.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils.
Top half of the 5th inning. Lachlan Wells back to work for the Reading Fightin' Phils, with Portland at the plate and on top 1-0. And the first pitch swinging is Philip Sykes, rips one into left field. Marcus Lee sang back and makes a leaping catch right in front of the fence. Well played by Marcus Lee Sang as Sykes drives one on the first pitch he sees in the 5th inning. Marcus Lee Sang with a nice leaping catch up against the fence for out number 1 here in the 5th. 1 run on 2 hits for Portland. No runs on 1 hit for the Fightins. The difference on the scoreboard is the guy at the plate, Matthew Lugo, who hit a solo home run. Deposited out by the brand new scoreboard here at FirstEnergy Stadium. On his first hit of the season. This one he lifts straight up into center field. Carlos De La Cruz has it in his sights. He'll make the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Pretty effective job so far for Lachlan Wells now with 2 outs in the 5th. And he'll bring up Max Ferguson, who grounded out his first time up. Ferguson, productive night last night. He was batting out of the 9-hole last night, had a base hit and also got on base with a walk. Bats in the 8 spot tonight. Left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher Lachlan Wells. First pitch swinging right at Bryce Ball, and a 4-pitch inning for Lachlan Wells, and a 1-2-3 inning at that. For Portland in the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors. 4.5 complete. Portland 1, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Valley Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Valley Live app today.
We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Fightin' Phils and Sea Dogs in a slugfest last night, in a pitcher's duel tonight in Game 2 of this 6-game homestand that will roll right through until Sunday here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 1-0 Portland as the Fightins come to the plate. Carson Taylor, one of the heroes of last night's victory for Reading on the home opener, steps to the plate. Left-handed hitter, flew out to left field his first time up, facing Isaac Coffey, who surrendered just 1 hit and 1 base runner. First pitch to Taylor is up high for a ball. 5 strikeouts, no walks for Isaac Coffey through 4 innings, as Taylor leads off in the 5th, to be followed by William Simonite and Kendall Simmons. And this one catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fightin's getting some activity now in their bullpen. After Lachlan Wells has gone 5 complete. 1-1 pitch, lifted into left center field, finding a gap and will hit off the fence as Carson Taylor will round first and head to second with another extra base hit. Carson Taylor continues to stay hot for the Fightins. His 5th hit of the season, 3rd hit of this series. All of the extra base hits, had the 2 home runs last night, now a leadoff double here in the 5th. And again, the Fightins have the tying run in scoring position. Unable to get him across in last inning. See if they can change that here now with nobody out. William Simonite will bat. Simonite is strikeout victim his first time up. Right-handed hitter settle in as Taylor takes his lead. Coffey takes a peek, comes with his pitch. Ripped into the hole on the left side. They throw behind the runner, the shortstop, and a bad base running mistake there by Carson Taylor as he's going to get tagged out. Ball in the hole. Marcelo Meyer, the shortstop, made the backhanded stop, and he might have had a play at Simonite, but instead he threw behind the runner Carson Taylor, who had wandered far too far off the bag, and he is tagged out. So it will go as a fielder's choice, but it's a base running mistake by Carson Taylor. So Phil still have a runner on base, but now at first instead of second. And it will bring Kendall Simmons to the plate, as Simonite is at first base. Way inside, ball one. So it goes fielder's choice 6-4 on the ground ball by Simonite as Simmons steps in. Simmons broke his bat on a roller back to Coffey his first time up. The 1-0 pitch to Simmons is over for a called strike. And if you're that runner at second base, the play is in front of you. So you've got to see if the ball gets through, okay, you're running. If it doesn't, you've got to get back to the bag, and Taylor just kind of froze there. 1-1 pitch, catches the outside corner. Now Kendall Simmons is behind 1-2. So the Phils last inning had a runner at second and eventually at third with one out. Could not get him across. Now they've got a runner at first and one out. Bottom half of the fifth, and a 1-0 game. 1-2 pitch is outside, ball 2. 2-2 now to Kendall Simmons. Zach Hockey is the pitcher throwing in the Phil's bullpen. Weak swing there for Kendall Simmons, and he is a strikeout victim. Not sure exactly what was going on there with Kendall Simmons. Looked like he started and wanted to stop and couldn't. And he becomes a strikeout victim, the 6th of the game for Isaac Coffey. Now 2 outs here in this 5th inning. And that'll bring Bryce Ball to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Again, right-handed pitcher Zach Hockey loosening in the Phil's bullpen. First pitch from Ball is a big swing, no contact. So we'll see if the night is finished for Lachlan Wells. If so, it was an effective start for the lefty. His first start in organized baseball since 2019. Pitching in Australia the last couple of years. 0-1 pitch to Ball is way inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. All native of Mason City, Iowa. Fouls this one out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Played his college baseball at Dallas Baptist. Was a one-time teammate at Dallas Baptist of Henry Iser, who played last year, played the last couple of seasons for the Fightin' Phils. And Zach Hockey up and loosening in the Phil's bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bryce Ball. Ripped into right field and down the line for a base hit. They're going to roll all the way down to the corner. Simonite around second and headed to third. They're going to wave him around. The throw into the infield is cut off, and the ball game is tied up. Bryce Ball with an RBI double, and we're tied at 1-1. So Bryce Ball pulls one down the first base line. It was a long run for Philip Sykes, the right fielder, as it rolled down the line. And he had a long way to go to get it, and it allowed Simonite to keep on chugging, and Al Padrique did not hesitate. Waved him all the way around, and Bryce Ball with the RBI. His first RBI of the season, and we're tied at 1 apiece. That'll bring up Robert Moore, now a runner in scoring position, and 1 out. And the first pitch to Robert Moore misses for a ball. It's also the first hit of the season for Bryce Ball, in addition to being his first RBI of the season. Moore takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore just 5'9", 170 pounds. Native of Leawood, Kansas. Played his college baseball at Arkansas. One-time teammate of a current teammate, Casey Martin, both former Razorbacks. This one way outside. It's 2-1. or a couple years younger than Casey Martin. Signed by the Brewers in 2022. 2 balls and a strike. Started and stopped. They'll appeal. They say he did not commit. And so Robert Moore ahead in the count. Top of the order, and Jose Rodriguez hoping for a chance in the on-deck circle. With the 9-hole hitter Robert Moore now in a 3 balls and 1 strike count. Phils have tied it here in the 5th at 1-1. Scoring position is Bryce Ball. Fouls this one out of play as Moore gets the count now to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Plenty of time for Zach Hockey to get loose in the bullpen. He is plenty warmed up by now. Again, I'm assuming we'll see him in the 6th. Outside, ball 4, so good at bat by Robert Moore, draws a base on balls. First walk surrendered by Isaac Coffey. And now 2 on and 2 out in the top of the order, and Jose Rodriguez. And that's going to draw a stroll to the mound by pitching coach Sean Isaac. And some activity now in the Portland bullpen as well. Lefty Brendan Chalucci up in the Portland bullpen. Long discussion now at the mound, no doubt to try to give Chalucci a little bit more time to get warmed up. Chalucci came in last night, pitched the final two batters to the Fightin Phils in the 8th inning. So 2/3 of an inning last night, struck out a batter. He's warming up in the Portland bullpen. Zach Hockey is already loose in the Fightin's bullpen as Jose Rodriguez now bats. Rodriguez struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th. Single into right field. This one inside. As I say that, Philip Sykes, the right fielder, takes a couple of steps in. Bryce Ball takes his lead off of 2nd. He doubled. Robert Moore off of 1st. He walked. Big swing, no contact, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. As Coffey comes with the changeup, and Rodriguez was way out in front of it. This one lined down the 3rd base line, fair, foul, fair ball. Bryce Ball will round 3rd, and he will come across. The throw goes into 3rd base, and not in time. Robert Moore moves up, and the Fightins are on top, 2-1. RBI base hit for Jose Rodriguez. And the Phils take the lead for the first time tonight, 2-1, and they've got 2 more in scoring position. Great base running by the Fightins, and aggressive base running at that as Robert Moore takes the extra bag despite the ball being hit down the 3rd base line. Tyler McDonough comes up with it, made a good throw in, but Robert Moore slides underneath the tag. So Rodriguez running behind him moves up to 2nd base. RBI single for Rodriguez. As Ball comes across with the go-ahead run right now. Moore now at 3rd, Rodriguez at 2nd. And that appears to be the end of the night for Isaac Coffey. Call to the bullpen, the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. And we'll take a timeout, tell you about the new pitcher who comes in for Portland when we come back. The Fightins are on top now, 2-1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
So the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. It does indeed bring in left-hander Brendan Chalucci. As I said, he did pitch the last 2/3 of an inning last night in the bottom of the 8th to quiet any extra insurance the Phils were looking for in the 8th. He's got a job to do here. 2 on, 2 out. Runners at second and third and 2 outs, and Marcus Lee Sang will bat now for the Phils. And first pitch swinging fouls it at the plate. So 2 runs across in the inning for the Fightins, as they've done it on 3 hits. And 2 big ones still out there if Marcus Lee Sang can come up big here. Lee Sang 0 for 2 so far on the night. Struck out, flew out to center. Oh, 1 pitch. Fisted foul and out of play. So Marcus Lee Sang in a hole now, no balls and 2 strike. Lee Sang with 2 RBIs on the season here as he steps in. One of those RBIs coming in last night's series opener. Tries to get him to chase, does not. Gasper, good job of sliding over and blocking it from the left-handed pitcher, Brendan Chalucci. A 1-2 pitch, bounces it up there. Robert Moore started and then stopped. Nice job by Mickey Gasper, took it off the chest protector and it rolled out in front of home plate. If it gets any much further away from him than it did, Robert Moore probably would have been in position to move up. But he could see it all the way, could Robert Moore, so he at least made a move just in case, but a good job by Gasper to keep it in front of him and keep Moore at third. So it's 2-2 now to Marcus Lee Sang. And time called at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on. Just misses. Now Marcus Lee Sang has worked the count full. Good at bat here by Marcus Lee Sang. Gabriel Rinconis, another left-handed hitter in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. If Marcus Lee Sang can reach. 3 balls and 2 strikes to him. Ball 4. Tried to overthrow that one, and an easy take with a 3-2 count for Marcus Lee Sang. So he now joins the base running party with the base on balls, and that'll bring up Gabriel Rinconis. So Rinconis was in a big spot his last time up with a runner at third base and 1 out and struck out. Big chance here as well, bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch swinging, got a piece of it, but that's it. Foul tip. Chalucci, a Pennsylvania native, originally from Wyncote, born in Philadelphia, grew up in Wyncote, played his high school baseball at Penn Charter, his college baseball at the University of Tulane. Trying to get out of a mess here. 0-1 pitch, bounces up there. Gasper can't find it. Here comes the play to the plate. Robert Moore, the ball gets away, and now that's going to allow Rodriguez to score as well. Everybody moves up 2 bases in total. 2 more runs across. The Fightins have now taken a 4-1 lead. The ball went off of Mickey Gasper and rolled into foul territory. And Robert Moore, seeing it all the way, comes across with the run. Gasper picked it up, tried to flip it to the pitcher, Chalucci covering. It got away from him, and that allows Jose Rodriguez to come around third and score as well. And Marcus Lee Sang moves up to third base. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Rinconis. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike. As Marcus Lee Sang now is at third base with 2 outs. 4 runs across for the Fightins here in the 5th inning. 2-1 now to Gabriel Rinconis. Swing and a miss at that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's when Konis goes chasing after the slider away. Chalucci's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Fightins here in the 5th inning. But some serious damage done by the bats and some base running as well. For the Fightins in the 5th, they put 4 runs across. They did it on 2 hits. There was 1 man left on the base pass and an error as well. When we head to the top half of the 6th inning, when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, it's now the Reading Fightin' Phils 4, Portland Sea Dogs 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor celebrating 75 years of senior living. That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. You might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. We turn to our Team Food partners. Blood Center. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Y&M Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nemo's Italian Restaurant, and Bakery, Subway, and Fernville Road, making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our Team Feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Zach Hockey into pitch now for the Fightins as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. And Zach Hockey will face Tyler McDonough batting for the Sea Dogs. McDonough, the switch hitter, now batting from the left-hand side. After facing Lachlan Wells, the left-hander, first pitch from Hockey is a ball, so too is the second. So McDonough quickly ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. McDonough walked his first time up. The 9-hole hitter to be followed by Roman Anthony and then Marcelo Meyer. The Phils on top now 4-1. And Zach Hockey misses on his first 3 pitches. Hockey, the 27-year-old right-hander, originally drafted by the Kansas City Royals in 2018 out of the University of Kentucky. 3-0 pitch, misses up high, ball 4. So Zach Hockey comes in and throws 4 straight out of the zone. Walks the 9-hole hitter. Second time in the game, as I said, that McDonough has been a base runner by way of a walk, and it brings up the top of the order and some dangerous hitters, led first by Roman Anthony. This inning is presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. First pitch to Anthony, just misses up high, it's ball 1. Hockey, 6'7", 220-pound right-hander with a fastball at around 93 to 95. Now throwing a cutter, which is a new pitch he's added since the end of last season, and also a changeup. And now he gets that one over for a called strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. That's the fastball from Hockey. Tyler McDonough takes his lead off of first. Hockey from the stretch. Gets that one over for a called strike, so he gets ahead of Roman Anthony now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a 5-inning effort tonight from Lachlan Wells. He's in position to win it, cannot lose it, with a 4-1 lead. Big swing, no contact, and Roman Anthony is a strikeout victim. Out number 1 here in the 6th as Excellent pitch there from Zach Hockey. Got Roman Anthony to chase one out of the zone for the first out here in the 6th inning. First pitch to Marcelo Meyer, misses for a ball. So the line on Lachlan Wells, 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, one of them a solo home run from Matthew Lugo, the only run he surrendered, 2 walks and a strikeout. 1 ball and no strikes now to Marcelo Meyer. And catches the outside corner, it's 1-1. So Lachlan Wells reminds you, it's like David Parkinson did last year from the left-hand side, that there's other ways to get batters out besides just trying to throw high cheese and hard pitches with a lot of movement on it. Lachlan Wells, very deceptive left-hander. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, obviously, with just 1 strikeout in 5 innings of work, but not a whole lot of contact as well. Broke a couple of bats. And other than that solo home run by Matthew Lugo, the only run this dangerous Portland team able to generate. Zach Hockey now in relief here in the 6th. This one back through the middle, and Marcelo Meyer will have himself another hit. McDonough will have to stop at second base as Rincones gets it back in. First hit of the night for Marcelo Meyer, 3rd hit of the series. And there's 2 on now and a 1 out. And that will bring Nick York to the plate. Fightin's bullpen is quiet right now. Some activity in the Sea Dog bullpen. Right-hander Ryan Zephyrjan up in the Portland bullpen as Nick York steps to the plate, 0 for 2 on the night. Strikeout and fly out to left field in 2 plate appearances. Shows bunt, tries to pull it back, but can't hit the bat. A little surprising there. You see the 3-hole hitter and Nick York squaring to bunt, especially down by 3 runs. Kendall Simmons, the 3rd baseman, playing him pretty deep, so not sure if that was necessarily a sacrifice on the part of York or maybe trying to give one up and maybe take one on a hit as well. Comes up regardless as a foul ball as the 1-0-1 pitch is way outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. William Simonite doing the catching tonight for the Fightins. McDonough, the runner at second. Meyer, the runner at first. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Phils lead at 4-1. Up high again, it's 2-1. Hockey last year in Reading, 12 games, made 11 starts. His first appearance wasn't until after the 4th of July, and he ended up going 2-5 with a 5.06 earned run average a season ago in Reading. 2-1 pitch. Lifted straight up in the infield. Bryce Ball, the first baseman, will call for it. It'll make the catch right at the first base bag. Big out there for Zach Hockey. 2 down now in the 6th. That'll bring Blaze Jordan to the plate. Jordan 0 for 2 so far in the ballgame. Flew out to left, grounded out to 3rd. So Hockey in a position here to work his way out of any further trouble. With 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning. First pitch to Jordan, catches the outside corner, called strike 1. That the cutter from Zach Hockey. Broken bat, slow roller to short. Moore backhanded, throws in time to get Jordan at first base. Nice play on the charge by the shortstop, Robert Moore. And that will do it for Portland here in the 6th. For the Sea Dogs, no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It remains Reading 4, Portland 1.
When you
Nursing
drive a
home
vehicle
neglect is
so
a serious
reliable it's
problem.
backed by a
If
10-year,
you or a loved one
100,000-mile
has
limited
suffered from
warranty,
bed sores of
you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
You donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phillies great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Harley Davidson.
New pitcher for the Sea Dogs, right-hander Ryan Zephyrjohn, 6'5", 209-pound right-hander, originally from Topeka, Kansas, and he will face Carlos De La Cruz to lead it off for the Fightins here in the 6th inning. 4-1 Phils on top. And De La Cruz looking for his first hit of the series, 0 for 2 so far tonight, 0 for 6 in total. And the first pitch to De La Cruz is outside for a ball. Fightin' Phils would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the R Phils. No balls and 1 strike to Carlos De La Cruz. Way outside, it rolls all the way to the backstop as Zephyrjohn overthrows that pitch to the plate. So you got a 6'5" pitcher thrown to a 6'8" batter. One ball and 1 strike to De La Cruz. Big swing, no contact. De La Cruz comes up empty. Zephyrjohn, 26-year-old right-hander, played his college baseball at Kansas. As I said, a native of the state of Kansas. Foul tipped, and Gasper is able to hold on. Strikeout victim is Carlos De La Cruz. 1 out here in the 6th. So the frustrations continue for De La Cruz so far in this series. It'll bring up Carson Taylor, who's made up for it. Taylor 1 for 2 tonight with a double. Did make a base running mistake when he was on second base, but the Phils were able to overcome that. Bryce Ball with a big double. And then some base running advantage for the Phils on a wild pitch that ultimately scored 2 runs and an error as well charged on that play to Mickey Gasper. So allowed the first run to score on the wild pitch, then the throwing error by the catcher allowed the second run to come across on a 3-run inning for the Fightins. First pitch to Taylor misses for a ball. The second is over for a called strike. One pitch. Tapped foul down the first baseline. Blaze Jordan fields it, but in foul territory and turns it into a souvenir. So Taylor behind the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phil's looking to do something so far to start this first home series of the season. They were not able to do very much of it all here at FirstEnergy Stadium that last year, and that's take the first couple games of a series. As Taylor takes one over for a called strike 3. Carson Taylor didn't think so, but home plate umpire Robert Ginther has been giving that outside strike zone all night long, so it shouldn't come as a surprise at this point in time. And Carson Taylor is strikeout victim. 2 down here in the 6th. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zephyrjohn since coming into the game. And that'll bring up William Simonite. Fightin' Phil's bullpen is quiet, so it appears as if Zach Hockey will get another inning. Pitch to Simonite. is a bit low for a ball. Simonite was safe on bases last time up on a fielder's choice. Came around to score in that 5th inning. Scored the first run of the game for the Phils on the double by Bryce Ball. 1-0 pitch to him. Way inside. Somehow or another he was able to avoid getting hit on that one. That was right at his left hip. Phils wearing their new home uniforms. Throwback uniforms that they are, with the red piping down the leg and on the over the shoulder and sleeve of the uniforms. Same uniform style that the Phils wore back in the early 70s when Mike Schmidt was a Fightin' Phil. This one lifted into right center field. Going back is the right fielder Philip Sykes with plenty of room. He'll make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the 6th. For the Fightins in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll head to the 7th. It remains Reading Fightin' Phils 4, Portland Sea Dogs 1. You're listening to the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your needs: lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Friend or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
We head to the top half of the 7th inning. 4-1 Fightins on top. Zach Hockey back out for his 2nd inning of work. Fightin' Phils are excited to bring you our Phils baseball live from the comfort of your own home. Join us on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or rphils.com/radio. Heard a lot of positive comments over the course of last night and before tonight's game. Some people who were able to tune in and listen to some of the games last night and follow some of the highlights as well on our social media platforms. We thank you for that. Thank you for your positivity and your tuning in to our broadcasts as Mickey Gasper leads it off here in the 7th inning. Skies one to right field. Gabriel Anconis with plenty of room out there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Now to bring up Philip Sykes. Sykes with 1 of 3 hits for the Sea Dogs in this one. 1 run on 3 hits for Portland and an error as well. 4 runs on 4 hits. For the Fightins, they have not committed an error. Sykes 1 for 2 on the night. Big swing, no contact here on the 4-seam fastball from Zach Hockey. Way up, little chin music to spin Sykes off the plate. Defense plays Sykes to pull as this one's up and away. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Tap foul towards the Sea Dog dugout. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Philip Sykes with 1 out here in the 7th. Sea Dog bullpen is quiet, so it would appear that Ryan Zephyr will come back out for another inning in the Phils home half of the 7th. Hockey tries to get him to chase, and Sykes is able to take it. I think Hockey thought it was a pretty good pitch, but instead the count is now full. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 down here in the 7th. Second strikeout for Zach Hockey since coming on in the ballgame. And now with 2 outs, it'll bring up Matthew Lugo. Phil Condary talking about Zach Hockey before this season started was really praising of him in his work in the offseason on the cutter that he now throws. Goes along with the good rising fastball. That's the one he just got Sykes on. Got him to chase up high. And then mix up the changeup that he has as well. It's a good 3-pitch arsenal for Zach Hockey, and he gets ahead of Matthew Lugo, no balls and a strike. Lugo lifts this one foul and out of play, and quickly Zach Hockey's up on him, no balls and 2 strikes. Lugo, the offense so far in this one for the Sea Dogs, his solo home run back in the 3rd inning, the only run that Portland has scored to this point, with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Tries to get him to chase, he does not. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phillies signed Zach Hockey back in the late stages of spring training a year ago. This one right back through the box and into center field for a base hit. So Matthew Lugo with his 2nd hit of the night, and the 4th of the night for the Sea Dogs, comes with 2 outs here in the 7th. Phil's kept Zach Hockey down in Clearwater, working and trying to get him in shape to pitch for a while with that late signing, and that's the reason why he was never activated until July in here in Reading. Eventually, as I said, made 12 appearances last year here in Reading, 11 of them starts. He's in that kind of long man spot here in the Phil's rotation right now, as he's now facing Max Ferguson, tries to get him to chase outside, and Ferguson lays off. So the runner Lugo takes his lead off of first with 2 outs and a 1-0 pitch to Ferguson. Left-handed hitter. Takes one low. It's 2-0. Ferguson, a couple of ground outs to Bryce Ball at first base so far in this one. Ball holding the runner on right now. This one over for a called strike at the letters. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. That one catches the inside corner. Now it's 2-2. So Hockey, after falling behind 2 balls and no strikes, has now worked the count back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Zach Hockey ends up with a 2nd strikeout and finishes off the Sea Dogs here in the 7th. For Portland, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. The score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 4, the Portland Sea Dogs 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores, obtained in a nursing home, or a fall down into a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Sports Peloton can help. Call the attorneys at Sports Peloton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Sports Peloton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands YMSA Center, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. That's right, our innovative approach featuring the Hearthstone Institute now I'm Still Here program ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia
Fightin' Phils thanks White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phil's Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin Phils in New Hampshire, along with a chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
Ryan Zephyrjan back for his second inning of work here for the Sea Dogs as the Phils come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 4-1 Reading advantage. Kendall Simmons, Bryce Ball, and Robert Moore, the three due up for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Big swing by Kendall Simmons comes up empty. Simmons 0 for 2 tonight after a two-hit game last night. Simmons grounded back to the pitcher's mound and struck out in 2 plate appearances so far tonight. No balls and a strike to him now. And that one catches the inside corner. Good slider there from Zephyrjan, and it locked up Simmons a little bit, and now it's 1-1. This one fouled out of play. Some activity now in the Phils bullpen after Zach Hockey pitches 2 innings. Tristan Garnett up and throwing in the Phils bullpen. Left-hander. No balls and 2 strikes to Kendall Simmons. Fouls this one out of play, stays alive. Philadelphia Phillies finish off the series in St. Louis this afternoon. They get away on the getaway game with another W. Phils win it 4-3. Aaron Nola gets the win. He's now 2-1, went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. Phils 4, Cardinals 3. So the Phils now will head back home to face the Pittsburgh Pirates tomorrow night, but the Phils take 2 out of 3 in the series. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs were home tonight against Durham. That was a 6:45 start. Iron Pigs at 3-4 on the year. This one rolled towards third. Max Ferguson, the third baseman, makes the play across the diamond for out number 1 here in the 7th.
Number 15, the first baseman.
That'll bring up Bryce Ball with a big RBI double his last time up. His first hit of the year, his first RBI of the year. And it came at a big spot at that particular point in time as it tied the game up. So he bats here with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Swings at the first pitch, the off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of it. Mentioned the Iron Pigs are home against Durham, and Lehigh Valley is in a tight one tonight after a debacle last night, but Lehigh Valley on top 3-2 with Durham batting in the 8th. The Bulls have just scored a run to make it a 3-2 game. Left-hand hitter Bryce Ball, 1-1 count to him. Hit hard right into the Phils dugout and right back out again. That was a rocket into the Phils, into the right Fightin Phils dugout. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bryce Ball. David Buchanan, by the way, gets the start tonight for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs and has pitched well. This one misses low and inside to Bryce Ball and runs the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buchanan, the former Reading Fightin Phil and Philadelphia Philly as well. No walks, 4 strikeouts, has only surrendered 4 hits. 2-2 pitch, hit hard and foul again down the first base line. Jersey Shore Blue Claws lost today in Hickory 1-0. They're now 3-2 on the season. This one fisted foul as Bryce Ball stays alive. Two balls and 2 strikes to Bryce Ball. Takes that one outside for a ball. Mickey Gasper with a long hold there, trying to steal the call, but won't get it. And, of course, the final member of the Phillies organization, Clearwater, was up 6-1 on Fort Myers, but Fort Myers just put 5 across in the top of the 7th, so it's now a 6-5, it was a 5-1 game in favor of Clearwater. There's a call, it's strike 3, and Ball knew it. Bryce Ball was headed back to the dugout before Robert Ginther, the home plate umpire, rung him up. That's 2 down here in the 7th. Third strikeout for Zephyr Johnson's coming in the 6th inning. So just to correct myself, it was 5-1 Clearwater, but Fort Myers just put 5 across in the top of the 7th. So the Threshers come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th in a 6-5 game, and you're run through the rest of the Phillies organization. Again, the Philadelphia Phillies with a win today as this one rolled back through the middle, and Robert Moore's on base again. Robert Moore walked and scored a run his last time up. Had 2 hits last night, now another base hit here. Doing a great job out of that 9-hole, and that rolls the lineup around for Jose Rodriguez. With 2 outs here in the 7th. Rodriguez, who's been on base twice in this one, 2 hits in 3 at-bats, struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th, and singled and scored a run, drove in a run back in that 4-run 5th inning for the Fightins. He was in the middle of all of it. Robert Moore will take his lead off of first, and he's got good wheels. And he's taken all, he started and stopped. Rodriguez swings at it, slow roller, going to be a tough play by Ferguson. Off balance, not in time. Great hustle down the line. Jose Rodriguez knew he had a shot at a hit, and he hustled all the way, and it's an infield single. Ferguson did what he could as he charged the slow roller, made the off-balance barehanded stop and throw, but Rodriguez fast enough to beat it out for his 3rd base hit of the night. And the Phils again have something going with 2 on and 2 out. And Marcus Lee Sang will bat. Sang 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out in the 1st, flew out to center in the 4th, and walked in the 5th. So Ryan Zephyrjan was cruising through the first 5 batters he faced, but first Robert Moore singled, and now Jose Rodriguez singles as well. First pitch to Marcus Lee Sang is over for a called strike. And now the Portland bullpen starts to get a little bit more activity. Felix Cepeda up for the Sea Dogs, just getting up as Zephyrjan's got himself in trouble here in the 7th. Misses this one outside. It's 1-1 to Marcus Lee Sang. Tristan Garnett, again, up in the Phil's bullpen. We assume he will see him in the 8th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Marcus Lee Sang. Outside, ball 2. Gabriel Rinconis in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. Good speed on the bases right now. Well, Lee Sang started and stopped, and he went around. So now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good block at the plate by Mickey Gasper, who's had his work cut out for him on a couple of occasions tonight. Phils took advantage of a ball in the dirt that got away from him back in that 5th inning. Scored Robert Moore from 3rd, and Rodriguez came all the way around then as the throw got away from Gasper. This one tapped towards 3rd. Ferguson, big hop, off-balance throw. Pulls the first baseman Jordan off the bag, but he'll make the tag on Marcus Lee Sang to finish the Phils in the 7th. For Reading, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left, 7 complete. It's Reading 4, Portland 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Containing Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carlos Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We head to the top half of the 8th inning. Fightin still on top by a score of 4-1. And the Alberta University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen will bring a left-hander Tristan Garnett in for the Fightins. The Reading Fightin' Phil's and Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, our team feed partner tonight, located at 290 Morgantown Road in Reading, has been serving the Berks County community with authentic Italian dishes since its grand opening in April of 1997. A wide selection of homemade Italian favorites. You'll be sure to enjoy an amazing meal for everyone in your family. Mimo's newly renovated space is also the perfect spot for private parties and events. Mimo's is family-owned and operated and has been voted the best in Berks on multiple occasions. Come check out Mimo's for yourself. Visit mimos.org for more information. Mimo's is a proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. First pitch from Tristan Garnett to Tyler McDonough. McDonough now back batting right-handed. He batted right-handed against starter Lachlan Wells and walked, then flipped around and batted left-handed against the right-handed pitcher Zach Hockey and walked. And now he's back on the right-hand side facing the left-hander in Tristan Garnett and quickly in a 2-1 count. Garnett's pitch misses low. It's now 3-1. Garnett, 26-year-old lefty, over the top delivery from a 6-6 frame, and comes with a pitch that's there for a called strike 2. 3-2 now to McDonough. And just misses inside, and McDonough is on board again. All 3 plate appearances. The number 9 hole hitter, Tyler McDonough, has walked. Flips the lineup around for Roman Anthony. Anthony 0 for 2 on the night. He walked back in the 2nd inning. Garnett, native of Portland, Oregon, will pitch from the stretch. Lefty on lefty is over for a called strike to Roman Anthony. Garnett last year began the season at Jersey Shore, pitched 34 games for the Blue Claws, went 3-3 with a 2.39 earned run average. Throw attempt over to first, no problem for McDonough, who doesn't have much of a lead. In 37 2/3 innings at Jersey Shore, 36 strikeouts and 15 walks. Called up to here to Reading on August the 5th. Made 12 appearances as out of the bullpen here in Reading. 1-1 with a 0.68 earned run average. Pitch to him, a slider and a good one. Roman Anthony's in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Here in baseball town, Tristan Garnett, 13 1/3 innings, 20 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. He just surrenders a walk here in his first appearance as McDonough takes his lead off of first. He's ahead of Roman Anthony, no balls and 2 strikes. This one bounces up there. Good block by Simonite. Keeps it in front of him and no chance for McDonough to move up. So Garnett here to try to get the 3 outs in the 8th. With the Fightins on top, 4-1. Solo home run by Matthew Lugo, the lone run for Portland back in the 3rd inning. Phil's put a 4 spot up in the 5th. 0-2 pitch, 1-2 pitch is over for a called strike 3, and Roman Anthony is retired. Big strikeout there for Tristan Garnett for out number 1 here in the 8th, and that'll bring up another left-handed hitter in Marcelo Meyer. Meyer 1 for 3 on the night, singled back in the 6th inning. Also flew out to center and grounded into a double play. It's a big double play for Lachlan Wells back in the 3rd inning. First pitch back through the box. Moore, the shortstop there. He's going to make the tag at second, and the throw will sail out of play, but it's off the backstop, and the catcher Simonite is there, and no advance for Marcelo Meyer. But Robert Moore made the tag. It was a race to the bag to get McDonough. And then until Moore was able to get to the bag, he really didn't have a whole lot of time or the ability to get much on the throw. Both the second baseman Rodriguez and the shortstop Moore kind of converged on the ball, so nobody was there to cover the bag, and Moore had to make the tag himself on a race to the bag. So McDonough's retired on the fielder's choice, 2 down, and Meyer is safe at first on that fielder's choice. And it will bring Nick York to the plate. York 0 for 3 so far on the night. First pitch way up high for a ball. Garnett, fastball anywhere from 90 to 93, and a good slider as well. Swing and a miss, and that looked like a changeup from Garnett. Garnett did see some time with the big club during spring training and had some pretty good results as well. Certainly gives him some confidence as he comes here, as he puts that one into dirt. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nick York. Marcelo Meyer, the runner at first base, with 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th. 4-1 Fightin's on top. With Nick York at the plate, a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. As Nick York is retired on strikes, Tristan Garnett ends up striking out 2 of the 3 batters he faces. And for Portland in the 8th, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Fightin's looking for maybe a little bit more insurance. They lead at 4-1.
ROG Orthodontics is a serious problem. Of the ROG if you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores, join today at Fightin.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club T-shirt. Visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information. Call the attorneys at ROG Orthodontics for a free consultation. Their phone number is ROG Orthodontics in Fightin Phillies. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today.
All your culinary needs.
Is a proud sponsor of the
Trusted team at Feasers.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. You might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
Discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
New pitcher for the Sea Dogs, Felix Cepeda, will come in here in the 8th inning, as Gabriel Rincones will lead it off for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 8th. Rincones looking for his first hit of the night, and for that matter in the series. Did walk 3 times last night. First pitch to him is inside. It'll be Rincones to be followed by De La Cruz and Taylor for the Phils here in the 8th. This one foul tipped. Gasper able to hold on to it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Rincones. Tommy McCullum up and loosening in the Phils bullpen. This one ripped into right field. Sykes going back, turns and looks. It's off the fence. Rincones rounds first. He's headed for second and dives in, and he beats the throw. The throw had to be cut off, and as a result of that, it gave Rincones the chance to get into second, and just barely. The ball hit so hard off the bat and bounced off the wall. Sykes played it exceptionally well, but Gabriel Rincones, hustling all the way, turns it into a double. So the Phils looking for some insurance, as I said, heading to the break. And now they've got some insurance, at least an insurance run, in scoring position for Carlos De La Cruz. Carlos 0 for 3 on the night, 0 for 7 in the series. Rincones taking his lead off of second. This one hit hard on a one hop to the shortstop, Meyer. He'll make the throw in time across the diamond for out number 1 here in the 8th, and Rincones has to stay put. De La Cruz hit it hard, but right at Marcelo Meyer, and so that'll bring up Carson Taylor. Taylor 1 for 3 on the night with a double. He also flew out to left and struck out in his plate appearances. So 3 for 7 in the series, all of the extra base hits. 2 home runs last night and the double tonight. One-0 pitch. Started and stopped, and the pitch is inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Carson Taylor. And now we're going to visit to the mound from Mickey Gasper. I'm not sure if he and Felix Cepeda are not on the same page, but Gasper calls the timeout with a 2 balls and no strike count on Taylor. Bill's got a good outing tonight from Lachlan Wells. He was the starter. Went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits and a run. Zach Hockey pitched the 6th and the 7th. Gave up 2 hits and no runs. A walk and 3 strikeouts for Zach Hockey. As the runner takes off, it gets away from Gasper. Rincones, big turn around third, but then Al Padrique holds him up with only 1 out. Gasper couldn't find it initially as it rolled all the way to the backstop. Rincones was off on the pitch, and so that's what made him think about maybe coming around as Gasper was running it down. But again, with Taylor at the plate in a 3-0 count, and again with only 1 out, no sense in trying to get him thrown out at home when a fly ball can get that run home. And now the infield will come up for the Sea Dogs with a 3 balls and no strike count on Carson Taylor. That's inside. Actually, it was 2 balls and a strike, so now it's 3-1. So 3-1 now to Carson Taylor. Again, infield up, outfield plays him shaded just a little bit the other way for the left-handed hitter. 3-1 pitch. Through the left side and into left field for a base hit. Rincones will come across with run number 5 and another RBI for Carson Taylor. 5th of the series for Carson Taylor, 8th of the season. And Reading's lead now is 5-1. That'll bring up William Simonite, 0 for 3 on the night. Did get on base once by way of a fielder's choice and came around to score as part of that 4-run 5th inning for the Fightins, who lead it now 5-1. First pitch, Simonite takes for a called ball 1. Or excuse me, called for a called strike 1. And now went a bit high. It's 1-1. Again, Tommy McCullum appears to be loose in the Fightins bullpen. We'll assume that it is his to pitch the 9th. Tristan Garnett pitched the 8th. This one in the dirt. Another backhanded stop by Mickey Gasper. He's going to sleep well tonight whenever he finally gets back to his hotel room. He has had a lot of pitches in the dirt, blocked a lot of pitches, had to go chase a couple pitches to the backstop as well. Phil's actually scored 2 runs on a pitch that got away from him. 1 run scoring on that pitch, and then he threw the ball to the pitcher covering that got away from him and it allowed another run to score. This one fisted into the hole, diving stop by the third baseman Ferguson. He'll make the short throw to second. The relay not in time. Simonite has a hit taken away from him on a nice play by Max Ferguson. Full extension on the dive to his left. Gets the throw there to get Taylor on the fielder's choice for out number 2. Simonite safe at first on that fielder's choice with now 2 outs and Kendall Simmons at the plate. Big swing, no contact for Simmons, who's 0 for 3 on the night. That one catches the outside corner, and quickly Cepeda ahead of Simmons, no balls and 2 strikes. Williams Simonite, the runner at first, 2 down, run across. Just misses a little bit low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fisted fouled on the third baseline. Ferguson will field it, but in foul territory. The count remains 1-2. Simonite will head back to first base. Bryce Ball in the on-deck circle if Simmons can reach. So the Phil's bullpen did a good job in last night's game after some early damage by these Sea Dog bats. In a good position to do get their job done here as well if they can finish off the Sea Dogs in the 9th as Simmons beats another one into the ground. Max Lazar got the save in last night's game, finishing up the game after Carlos Francisco got it to the 9th. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for Kendall Simmons and the Phils here in the 8th. But they do get some insurance. They do it on 2 hits. As Gabriel Rincones got it started with a double and came around to score, and Carson Taylor's RBI single will head to the 9th. It's winning time in baseball town. It's the Reading Fightin' Phils 5 and the Portland Sea Dogs 1.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Top half of the 9th inning, and as we said, Tommy McCullum is the Alvernia University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen to try to finish this off and give the Phils the first 2 games in this series. McCullum, the 24-year-old right-hander, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, grew up in Clemens, North Carolina, pitched for the Fightin' Phils last year for the final 10 games of his season after starting the season in Jersey Shore. Had 1 save last year in Redding, 7 saves with the Blue Claws, and looks to pick up the save for the Fightin to pick up the last 3 outs. It's not a save situation for McCullum as he faces Blaze Jordan leading off for Portland here in the 9th. First pitch up high for a ball. Again, Lachlan Wells pitched the first 5. Zach Hockey pitched 6th and 7th innings, and then Tristan Garnett the 8th. Tommy McCullum in here to pitch the 9th. This one fisted foul and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCullum 6'5", 260 pounds. Fastball rushes it up there in the mid-90s. Big-time splitter as well. Phil Condary thinks it's a splitter that's good enough to be a big league splitter if he can get it consistent. This one sliced foul and into the Phil's bullpen. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Blaze Jordan, who's 0 for 3 on the night, 0 for 8 in this series. To be followed by Mickey Gasper or Philip Sykes, the 3 guys due up for the fight for the Sea Dogs here, as this one fouled straight back. Blaze Jordan just missing that one, fouled it straight back to the backstop. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jordan, great power potential in the Red Sox organization. This one fisted foul. Shouldn't really say fisted foul. That one more off the end of the bat, but didn't get much of it as he was kind of leaning out over the plate. So count remains 1 and 2. This one driven into left field. Marcus Lee Sang going back to the warning track, has room and makes the catch for out number 1. Jordan hit it well, but not quite all of it. Got out in front of it just a little bit. And no problem for Marcus Lee Sang to make the catch just at the front edge of the warning track for the first out. That'll bring up Mickey Gasper. Mentioned this earlier, this was something that the Fightins had a lot of trouble doing, especially here at home, which was winning the first couple games of a series. Fightins really struggled here at FirstEnergy Stadium last year. Got the win last night, 2 outs away from picking up another one here as Mickey Gasper now bats. The first pitch to him is up and away, ball 1. Gasper 0 for 3 on the night. Left-handed hitter, facing the big right-hander and Tommy McCullum. McCullum out of Division II Wingate College in North Carolina, went undrafted out of Division II Wingate College. Signed by the Phils in 2021. As I said, pitched 34 games last year for Jersey Shore, and then his final 10 appearances here in Baseball Town. That one misses up high again with the fastball. It's 2-0. And again, misses. It's 3-0. That could be the problem for McCullum. He can battle some control issues at times. Phil Condary talking to Jake Starr before the season and giving the scouting report on his pitchers. And just trying to simplify things a little bit for him as he gets that one over for a called strike. Sometimes he can be his own worst enemies in a lot of ways. But between that fastball and slider, Phil Condary thinks he's got the tools to certainly pitch at a much higher level, and he gets right back in this account as Mickey Gasper tried to check his swing, but third base umpire Joe Belangia said he did go around, so now the count is full with 1 out here in the 9th inning. This one pops straight up in the air. Is it going to stay in play? Simonite off with the mask, gives chase. Kendall Simmons, the third baseman, comes in and makes the catch. Great play by Simmons. Simonite was there and then kind of lost track of it, but Simmons, who obviously with the third base glove as opposed to the catcher's mitt, has a better play at it, and Simmons makes the catch right in front of the Sea Dog dugout for out number 2. So after McCullum falls behind 3-0, comes back to get it to 3-2, and then gets the foul out for the second out, and now here comes Philip Sykes. Sykes 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch lined into left field for a base hit, and he gets his second hit. His third hit of the series. And for the Sea Dogs, their 5th hit of the night. And that'll bring up Matthew Lugo, who's got 2 of those 5 hits, and also the lone run as well. His solo home run gave Portland a 1-0 lead in the third inning. And to this point, the only run the Sea Dogs have scored all night. So Philip Sykes, the runner at first base, with 2 outs, and Lugo at the plate. First pitch swinging, and fouls this one in down over the Fightin's dugout. So he's quickly ahead of Lugo, no balls and a strike. Comes down with a pitch in the dirt to even the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and he had Lugo way out in front of it, and he's now in front of him now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fightin' faithful making some noise here at FirstEnergy. 1-2 pitch, up high, ball 2. Just kind of overthrew that one a little bit. Didn't follow all the way through. And now it's 2-2. Up high again, it's 3-2. So with 2 outs, the runner at first, Sykes, will take off. That'll allow Bryce Ball, the first baseman, to come off the bag. Will not bother to hold him on now, as he can get a walking and then eventually a running lead with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses ball 4. McCullum thought he had him. I think Simonite thought so as well. But Lugo is a base runner for the 3rd time. 2 on now and 2 out. And Max Ferguson will bat. Ferguson 0 for 3 on the night. Couple of ground outs to first base and a strikeout. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher and Tommy McCullum. McCullum from the stretch. First pitch way outside, ball 1. That's going to get Simonite to take a visit to the mound. Going to assume what William Simonite's going to talk to his pitcher about. If I were him, I'd say turn around, see what that score says. It says 5-1. That means even if he hits one into the pool, we still have a lead. So just go after the hitter. But don't let him hit it into the pool. Just going to say, let's leave him with a positive thought. Let's get this batter and go from here. But throw strikes. 1 ball and no strikes to Max Ferguson. Fightin' Phil's and the Sea Dogs back at it tomorrow night at 6:45 here at FirstEnergy. Big swing there, and whatever Simonite said, it worked. Comes back with a pitch that gets Ferguson just on a foul tip, so it's now 1 ball and 1 strike to the 8-hole hitter. Way inside again, and now it's 2-1. Fouled straight back. Count is even at 2-2.
Thank you, Safety Ed.
So let's see if McCullum goes to the split here, as he's got 2 strikes now on Ferguson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. He could not catch up. It was the fastball, and the Fightin' Phils win the ball game. Tommy McCullum retires Ferguson on the strikeout, and for the Sea Dogs in the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. There were no Fightin's errors, and a win in the column for the Fightin' Phils. Reading 5, Portland 1. We'll take a timeout on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network. We'll come back with our postgame show and a wrap after this.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Welcome to the postgame show with the winning Fightin' Phils. Make it 2 straight to start this series against the Portland Sea Dogs. Final score, Phils win it by a score of 5-1. Let's see how we got to that stage of this 5-1 ball game as we work our way through the scoring wrap-up in this one. Again, the Phils win it, but it started in the favor of the Portland Sea Dogs as Matthew Lugo led off the third inning against Lachlan Wells, the veteran lefty, who's making his first appearance in organized baseball since 2019. But the last couple years in Australia, Lachlan Wells figured out how to get some people out because he did a pretty nice job tonight, and he gets the win for the Phils when it's all said and done. He ended up going 5 innings, but he gave up a solo home run to Matthew Lugo back in to lead off the third inning to give Portland the lead in the ball game, 1-0. Wells got himself in some trouble again in that third inning, but a big double play off the bat of Marcelo Meyer was able to get him out of any further trouble. And as a result of that, we went into the fifth inning in a 1-0 game. The Phils coming to the plate in the fifth inning. Carson Taylor, who's had a great series for the Fights, got it started with a double. Then William Simon hit a ball to the shortstop Meyer. Taylor wandered too far off of second. They threw back behind him and got him off of second, leaving Simonite at first. 1 out later, it was Bryce Ball hitting a line drive down the first base line that rolled all the way down towards the Fightin's bullpen. And before the right fielder Philip Sykes could get it back into the infield, Simonite came all the way around from first base to score on the RBI double from Bryce Ball, and we were tied at 1-1. After that, Robert Moore walked. Jose Rodriguez then singled. That brought home Bryce Ball and put runners at second and third as both runners moved up on the throw to third base, and the Phils had the lead at 2-1 on the RBI single from Jose Rodriguez. And then while Marcus Lee Sang walked to load the bases, Gabriel Rincones was the next hitter. And in the process of that, ball bounced away from the catcher Mickey Gasper that allowed Robert Moore to score to make it a 3-1 game. And in the process of scrambling to get the ball, Gasper, the catcher, threw it to the pitcher covering, but it got away from him, which allowed Rodriguez to score as well. So essentially 2 runs scored on the wild pitch and the error. And the Phils end up putting up a 4 spot in that fifth inning with 3 hits and the error mixed in. And so the Phils led it by a score of 4-1 through 3 innings. Great job by Lachlan Wells. Then Zach Hockey came on to do his job as well. And he continued to put up goose eggs for the Sea Dogs right up until the bottom half of the 8th inning when the Phils were looking for some insurance, and they got it, starting with Gabriel Rincones, who had a rocket one-hopper off the right field fence to lead off the 8th with a double. And then he came around to score on an RBI single for Carson Taylor. So Taylor with 2 more hits tonight and another RBI as well. And with that, it was a 5-1 game. And after Tristan Garnett pitched the 8th, Tommy McCullum came on to pitch the 9th. And he ends up getting the job done, getting the final 3 outs, but not before he walks a little bit of a tightrope in the process of giving up a hit and a walk. but the Phils get the win in this one. So it's Wells who gets the win for the Fightin' for the Portland Sea Dogs. 1 run on 5 hits. They committed 1 error. For Reading, 5 runs on 8 hits. They did not commit any errors. The Phils have played pretty good defense so far in this series. Portland left 6 men on base. The Fightins left 5 men on base. And so when it's all said and done in this one, 2,209 watching baseball here in Baseball Town in a game that took just 2 hours, 18 minutes. After last night's long first game of the series that went over 3 hours and ended up in the Phils' advantage at 9-8. A much more crisp game tonight, much better pitching matchup in tonight's game when it was all said and done. And the Phils outlast the Portland Sea Dogs by a final score of 5-1. So Lachlan Wells gets the win. There was no save in this one. Again, great job by the bullpen. Zach Hockey pitched 2 innings, did not give up a run. Christian Garnett pitched a clean inning in the 8th. And again, McCullum pitched with a little bit of trouble in the 9th, but ultimately got the 3 outs that the Phils needed, and they take the win. Reading over 500 now. It's been a while since we've been able to say that with the troubles the Fightins had in 2023, but that's the beauty of this game. It's a brand new season and a brand new, better record so far for the Fightins, at least through the first 5 games of the year. Portland now still looking for its first win of the season as they fall to 0-2. Isaac Coffey will suffer the loss for the Sea Dogs. Portland now falls to 0-3, and again, Reading is now at 3-2. So again, one more time, 2 hours and 18 minutes, the final length of this one, and played in front of 2,209 here in Baseball Town. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Again, the final score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 5, the Portland Sea Dogs 1. 2 teams will go back at it again tomorrow night. And again, tomorrow night, 6:45 is our scheduled start time. Pitching matchup scheduled for Thursday night. Left-hander Matt Osterberg, who got the first game start for the Phils. He will start against another left-hander for the Sea Dogs in Zach Penrod. So a matchup of lefties tomorrow night here in Baseball Town. Again, 6:45 to start on Thursday night. Same on Friday night. Then Saturday night start time, just a note, is at 5:15. And then Sunday afternoon on a Burke's Family Fun Day, the Reading Hot Dogs will take the field at 3:15 to finish off this 6-game series. So far, it's started well. Phils have won the first 2 games of the series. We'll be back here on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network for Game 3 as well. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you, as always, for listening to the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network. It's a win for the home team. The final score, Reading 5, Portland 1. That will do it for our broadcast. We'll talk to you with more Reading Phillies baseball right back here. We'll see you in Baseball Town tomorrow night.